My name is Ava, and I am 34. I once believed I had everything I could ever want: a devoted husband, a beautiful baby boy, and a home that resonated with laughter and dreams of the future. Life felt whole, secure, and full of promise. Then the diagnosis came. The words, "You have cancer," hit me like a thunderclap, and the room spun in slow motion. Suddenly, the life I knew, the one I had meticulously built, crumbled in an instant. Facing the reality of my mortality forced questions I had never dared to ask myself before. Would I see my son's first steps, his first words, his graduation? Would I live to celebrate the milestones that I had imagined countless times? And above all, what did I truly want from this life? Ethan, my husband, was everything I thought I needed. He was steady, patient, loving, a partner anyone would be lucky to have. Yet in the quiet moments of reflection, I realized that our life together, perfect on paper, lacked the spark I didn't even know I had lost. It was then that I met Sophia. Sophia was vibrant, unpredictable, untamed in a way that made my heart stir. She was the opposite of everything Ethan represented. And yet, she awakened something in me that I had forgotten existed. The woman I had been before responsibilities, before illness, before the weight of adult life settled over me. In her presence, I felt free, alive in a way I hadn't in years. I knew I was being selfish. I knew I was tearing my life apart. But the desire to feel, to truly live even for a fleeting moment, was overwhelming. I left Ethan. I left my son. I abandoned the life I had built for safety, love, and permanence. Sophia and I moved in together, swept up in the thrill of the new, the forbidden, the intense. For a short while, I felt liberated from the shadows of my illness and the reminders of what I had forsaken. But freedom is fleeting. The excitement dulled, and the truth seeped in relentlessly. I couldn't outrun the guilt or the pain. Thoughts of Ethan and my son clawed at me constantly, refusing to be silenced. Sophia, for all her energy and charm, wasn't the woman who could nurse me through decline or share in the quiet battles of illness. She lived for the present, and my present was slipping away with terrifying speed. I realized too late that I had been running not just from my family, but from myself. When I finally recognized the depth of what I had lost, the choice to return was no longer mine to make. Ethan had moved on, his heart protected from the chaos I had unleashed. My son grew up without me, his life continuing while I became a shadow on the periphery of memories. The final conversation with Ethan haunts me. His voice was calm, measured, and full of sorrow I could not fix. He loved me still, he said, but he couldn't exist in the life I had created for myself. He let me go without fight, leaving me alone to face the consequences. Now, as the disease tightens its grip, I am left in silence, surrounded by the echo of my choices. Sophia's warmth has grown distant. She was never meant to be my forever, only my escape. The regret is heavier than any physical pain. I lie here, thinking of what I destroyed, the family I abandoned, the son I may never hold again. If there is one truth I have learned, it is that the allure of escape can blind you to the life you already have. I thought I was seeking freedom, but all I found was emptiness. Death is inevitable, but the loneliness I feel is self-inflicted. I long to go back, to undo the damage, to return the life I threw away, but there is no turning back. All I have are memories of love, loss, and the devastating consequences of chasing a fleeting fantasy over the enduring warmth of family. I am dying, not just from the illness, but from the choices I made. The hardest part is knowing that the life I wanted, the love, the family, the connection, was there all along, and I let it slip through my fingers. The silence around me is unbearable, the isolation total. I should have stayed. I should have fought to be the mother and wife I promised to be, but I didn't. And now, all I can do is wait, alone with only my regrets.